What's up guys, JR Raymond back again, coming to you from Waterford Lanes, home of BowlerX Pro Shop and Training Center, where today we're going to do a little bit of an experiment. This is going to be part one of a either two, probably three-part series of videos where we're going to check and we're going to demonstrate on whether the CG matters on a symmetrical ball or not. Now today we're going to take a blank bowling ball. I got an igniter here. Who makes this? It's Brunswick, right? Yeah, just a Brunswick igniter pearl, I believe. Nope, this is a solid one. Igniter solid, just a typical standard symmetrical ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to put it on a ramp, undrilled, and we're going to position the core in different spots, and we're going to see how it rolls down the lane on its own with the core in different positions. And then in the next video, we'll kind of do some different things. But today, just the undrilled ball, and we're going to check it out, and we're going to see with the data on Strike Seeker and everything else as well. So stay tuned.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.
All right, as you guys can see, now I have this igniter here. There's no holes in it. I don't have anything going on with this thing. We got lines on it because we were getting ready for drilling it for we're going to drill two of them the same way. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to align this to where the pin is directly up, okay? And the CG is straight forward. We're going to let it roll down the ramp and watch it go down the lane and to see the data from the screen over here, which I'll put up on the screen for you. And then we're going to move it. We're going to move this to the side. We'll move the CG to the side over here and then roll it straight down. The pin will stay in the same position. And then we'll do a third shot where the pin's over here and we're going to roll it down that way. So stay tuned. We'll get this checked out. All right, here we go. So we got this set up to where we're going to do this experiment. We're going to do it in a couple different ways. We're going to do it in the four quadrants of the ball. You got the pin is always going to be directly facing the ceiling, straight up and down this way. But then we're going to move the CG from here to here and here and here. And we're going to roll it down the lane. You're going to look at Strike Seeker. You're going to see the data of how this ball actually rolls down. And you're going to notice that the static weight does matter. Now it's not going to, if we were to throw the ball fast, if we were to get this to roll at say 20 miles an hour, you're not going to, that static weight then isn't going to have enough time to take over. But when we roll it here, it does show you that physics shows you that that weight has to make a difference. So when we make this go forward from here to here, watch what happens. I'm just going to roll it forward. We're going to keep this in the same position every single shot. And I'm just going to hold back here and we're just going to rock it to the front and just let it fall off the edge. So you can see it goes pretty straight that way, directly down the middle for the most part, almost stone 810. So we hit 20, and the topography probably took it a little bit different, but you could see how straight it went on the Strike Seeker data. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this ball, and we're gonna adjust how we put it on here. Again, symmetrical ball. So no matter what we do, no matter where we move this, technically the core is still in the same position and the same shape. But the difference is this is the center of gravity. So this portion of that ball has the most weight. There's an extra 2 ounces, or I think it's 2.3 or 2.4 ounces of top weight on this. So this weight, extra weight, is what causes the change. So we look, so now we've got the pin directly above again. Let's make sure it's straight up and down. Okay, straight up and down. Now the CG is over here. Before it was up here, now the CG is down here, over here. Watch what happens. Just roll it to the front again. And let it fall off. The ball immediately goes dead left. I didn't change anything. I didn't move this. It's all in the same position. Now this rocks back and forth as the ball goes down, but it stays in the same position. So you can see how much that core, the weight of that ball, took over to make it roll that way. Now we'll go the opposite way. Now we'll put the pin straight up again, except this time now the CG is over here. So the CG was here, now the CG is over here. Watch what happens. The exact opposite. That ball just rolls dead to the right. That little bit of weight makes a difference. I know you don't think it does. A lot of people don't think that makes much of a difference, but it really does. So look at that. It's making a design, literally just by how we're making the ball roll down the lane. Now we'll pull it, make the CG come back to the left or back to behind us. So now we'll go straight up and down again, except now this time the pin is straight up. Now the CG is facing us. Now the CG is going to come straight back at us. Let me make sure it's straight. Now I roll this forward. Watch how straight this one goes now. This one will stay on the lane. That might strike. Oh, couldn't quite get there. So we hit 20. The ball traveled about to 21. So the position of the core might have been a little bit off from straight up and down, but you could see how straight it went that time. Now, let's see, can we adjust how much it hooks based on where that CG is? So if we put the CG, instead of going straight up and down this way, so instead of coming directly to the side, what if we go 45 degrees? Will that ball still go directly into the gutter? Let's find out. So now the CG, or the pin, is straight up and down, and now the CG is facing this way, right here, okay? So now we roll it. It's gonna stay on the lane, but you can see it's still going left. You can see it still rolls to the left. Now let's try one more, and I'm gonna face the CG the other way, 45 degrees. Yeah, see, that one hooked too. Not as much as putting the CG directly to the side, of course. So now let's do the same thing over here, except we're going CG to the right. So CG straight up and down. Let's face that about 45 degrees. Pin here, straight up and down I meant, not the CG. CG is over here at about 45 degrees. I'll just let it roll off the side. It's gonna go to the right. Oh, I must have had that one much more than 45 degrees because you can see that one kick to the right. Look at that. So now, just to prove a point, I'll do it again one more time, and I'll make this thing go straight by going with the pin straight up and down. Okay, pin up, CG here, boom, straight forward. Again, pretty much straight up the middle of the lane. Went dead straight almost. You can just see the data. Everything is just all based on where the core goes. All right, so there you go. So you can see that, yes, static weights matter, but there are variables that make it matter. The ball's got to be rolling slow enough for that weight to actually take over. Now, if I'm throwing that ball, I bet you don't see a difference. Now, where the difference is probably going to come into play is you might, by making sure you have that extra weight on one side or the other, you want to, so basically sitting on that left side of the ball, that's why you kick the CG out a little bit. That's basically why I do 45 degrees on most of my layouts. That little extra weight on the side weight of the ball helps it maybe give it a little bit more power going through the pins. Can I measure that power? No, I can't. I really have no idea. And maybe my ball speed's too high for even that to take over then. I have no idea. But physics is in my favor to say that, maybe it could help. Even if it only helps me kick out an extra 10 pin every 10 games, it's 10 or 20 more pins based on where it's at, that it can, help you out. So this goes to show you that yes, the static weights matter, but in the next video, you will see that in a hand, when you're actually throwing the ball with high speeds, that it's probably not going to make a difference. I know you've seen in other bowling balls or other videos with guys who, laid the pin up and down, straight up and down. That's not going to make a difference. What we're going to do is we're going to show you CG to the right, CG to the left, and see if it makes a difference with the ball rolling down the lane at all there. So now you can see on the lane, yes, rolling down a ramp, this makes a difference, but does it make a difference with holes in the ball and somebody throwing it? We're going to find out. Thanks for watching. Hope this actually informed a little bit of some people, make you understand that yes, CG really doesn't matter per se because it's the core shape is in the same position, but we may be able to see slight differences based on, just that little extra weight. So until next time, I'm out of here. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, comment below what you think. Do you think that that's going to show any difference when I throw the ball, when I throw two different bowling balls laid out the opposite way with the pin in the exact same spot, or do you think it's going to see nothing? We're going to find out with the data. So until next time, we'll see you guys later. Take care.